modified version of the apple cheese and arugula panini. This is in the Everyday with Rachael Ray Magazine, the October 2011 issue. And I'm doing a modified version. I bought some ciabatta bread and I cut it into some pieces. I actually decided to start doing this video after I'd already cut a couple of pieces. So I cut 2 pieces this thick. I actually cut 3 because the end piece I don't like. So basically I've just covered the outside with olive oil and put it in a pan over medium-low heat. And I'm going to be using jack cheese, Colby jack cheese. I'm going to sort of just fold it like this to make it fit the bread a little bit better and break some off, and use this as this end piece over here. Maybe I'll break that too. And then I've taken a Gala apple and I've cut it up over here, and I'm just going to set these over on the bread, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Alright, so I've gone ahead and put the apples, I've cut them in a way that fits the bread a little bit better, because ciabatta bread, when you buy the actual loaf, is a lot flatter than like a ciabatta roll. So I'm basically just going to do the same thing. I'm going to use another piece of cheese, and I'm just going to fold it in half to break it. And then I'm going to put it over the top here. That way we can get that melting over the apples so the apples stay in place. Okay, so I had this fig preserve, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it, but when I smelled this one versus the apricot, I thought the apricot smelled better with the apples. So I just went ahead and decided to use the apricot preserve. I went ahead and put it on this side of the bread, but I'm not ready to put the bread on over there. It calls for arugula, but I have this spring mix that I buy, and it's got arugula in it. So I'm just going to kind of use some of these greens on top over here. And let's show you what that looks like. Maybe I should get a tripod for my iPhone. What do you think? Alright. I have a car mount. The car mount works, but unfortunately I don't have anything to suction cup it to. Okay, so I'm going to actually layer that with another piece of cheese, so that this, again, sticks really well, because I don't want that not sticking. And this is actually thin sliced cheese, so even though it seems like a lot of pieces of cheese, it's actually really thin sliced. So 3 pieces is probably the equivalent of about an ounce of cheese or so. So then I'm just going to take this, put it on top. This is going to be a huge sandwich. I probably won't be able to finish it. And then I'm just going to brush the other side with olive oil. I've got this little thing of olive oil in my brush, and I'm just going to brush it on like so. And I wish I actually had some giant toothpicks to put through this so that when I go to flip it, it doesn't fall apart. So, alright, I will be back once I flip it and show you what that looks like. Alright, so I went ahead and flipped it, and this is what it looks like. It looks absolutely delicious. Alright everybody, this is the finished product. I've got the remainder of my apples that I didn't use on the sandwich here. I got just a little handful of potato chips here, and this is like a really tiny plate, though it probably looks huge, but you can see it in relation to my hand. And this appears to be sliding off a little bit, so I'm just going to scooch this back up. Here is the finished sandwich. Yum, I'll let you know how it is. Bye! Okay, I've eaten half the sandwich, and oh my gosh, this is like the most delicious fall time sandwich ever. And I am totally in love with it. I am probably going to eat it every single friggin' day. I will put the recipe to my modified version of the apple panini up on my blog, and I'll link to it in the description. But oh my gosh, you have to try it. It is so good. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye!